back in 2023, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And at some point, I happened to come across some Disney game called Twisted Wonderland. At first, I didn't really think much about the game, but then I started seeing it everywhere over and over again. So eventually I caved and I actually decided to watch a couple of videos about it. The videos I watched were for the most part just those incorrect quotes videos. And even though I spent an unhealthy amount of time watching them, I still didn't really care for the game. For a long time, I wasn't even able to tell the difference between Leon and Jamil or Azul and Silver. But after watching a lot, and I mean a lot of videos, I decided that the game might actually be worth a try. I mean, if so many people like it, it has to be good, right? So I went on the App Store and... okay, never mind then. At the time, I wasn't that obsessed with getting it, and honestly, I didn't bother to look too much into it, so I just moved on with my life. Skip forward to 2025 and oh my god, it's getting an anime! Obviously, I had to watch it, and I actually enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. So I decided to lock in and actually look for a way to download the game. And holy shit, trying to get the game kinda sucks. It's actually not that hard to do. All you gotta do is go on the App Store and then pretend like you're American. But for some reason it didn't allow me to do that. So instead, I had to go on this random software and then I had to download this random app that I don't know how to pronounce the name of until I could finally get my stupid little Disney game. So after that long process, the game hits you with the hardest choice you'll ever have to make before forcing you to fight a cat demon or something. They don't really mention this fight either, they just make you fight the cat and then it's gone. After a little bit of main story, you get to see all the riveting stuff you get to do in this game. You can force your little anime boys to go to school or make them take gym class. Personally, I really enjoy putting the fish and the lonely depressed gamer boy into gym class with some of the sweatiest gym bros in the game. It's just so fun putting them through public humiliation. Anyways, during the main story you also get to play something called twist tunes. They are basically just rhythm games that have barely anything to do with the music in the background. There are multiple types of twist tunes. There's the fun ones and the ones that prove that Satan may actually be real. You can take exams, which is basically just more battles like the one at the start of the game, and these go about as well as my real exams. And then there is the gacha. I don't really have much to say about the gacha, it's like every other game. You save up for the longest time just to most likely not even get what you want. It's also a little room decoration thing, but I don't use that one, so we don't talk about that one. But then there is the main part of the game, the story. The main story is about you, a magical self-insert character that barely affects the main story. You gets isekai'd into a world where everyone is based off of different Disney villains. Here, they go to school together with a cat that is so far equally as irrelevant to the story as they are. But I'll talk more about that later. In this school, the kids get segregated into different dorms depending on their personality or their soul or something like that. Here, the main character has to watch someone from the different dorms get a mental breakdown so bad that they almost murder the other students. Yay! Every dorm gets its own chapter. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you've already played the game, so I'm just gonna summarize them. First chapter, or book as they say in the game, is about this red British boy who becomes a dictator in his dorm. He then goes insane and it ends with him just crying over his childhood trauma. It's actually really well written. I don't know how to summarize it quickly though, because there's so much going on in this one. Book 2 features a grown-ass man who is like 20 years old, I think, and still goes to school with 16-year-olds. He decides to injure as many people as possible so he can win a sports tournament. He fails, throws a tantrum over it, tries to murder the guy who helped him, and then everything is good again. The chapter ends with us learning that he has beef with some kid who looks like he's like 6 years old, I think. Book 3 is about this guy who got bullied as a kid, and therefore he decides to enslave around 200 people, I think, including our cat. Obviously, we want to free our little kitty, so we have to steal some photo from a museum for some reason. A lot of shit happens, and then we get the infamous tantrum. Again. Book 4 is literally just about the guy who doesn't want to be a slave. That's it. He has been one since he was a kid and doesn't want to be one anymore. Kinda dark for a school setting, but it's actually executed in a way that works really well. Anyways, after the slavery arc, it's time for a dance competition in book 5. Yay! After a lot of chapters of them training, some character development, and a murder attempt, they still lose to a children's song because of some sweaty superfan who was on their dance team? What? Anyways, book 6, everyone gets kidnapped, which, once again, kinda dramatic for a school scenario, but okay. The same college students that just got kidnapped then have to save the world and their kidnapper for some reason, who we later learn had to watch his brother die. Holy shit, this is getting dark. And book 7 is 300 chapters long, and most of it is kinda just filler. I know a lot of people glaze book 7, but come on. There's no way you didn't get sick of that same dream formula after a while. The game is way better than it sounds. Despite the fact that there are a lot of characters, they're still all very fleshed out. Everyone is unique in some way, and somehow they're all still very likable. I don't think there's a single character that I dislike in this game. As I've just mentioned, the story is really good at handling a serious theme while still being entertaining. The only issue or weird part, in my opinion, is that the main character and the cat, called Grim, kinda don't do anything. Despite appearing in almost every chapter, they're kinda just there. A lot of your dialogue options changes next to nothing, and a lot of the time the characters just straight up ignore what you say. Grim gets a little more interaction with the cast, but most of the time it's also just pretty useless or him just summing up whatever is happening. It's also really obvious at times that the game doesn't really want the main character to have an established relationship with most of the cast. So even the few times when they have a direct conversation with some of the characters, it's just awkward. Regardless, I think the game is surprisingly fun. The story is engaging, the characters feel well thought out, and the gameplay is also there. And no, I don't count the book 6 minigames when I say gameplay. Oh my god, I hate playing on laptop. Otherwise, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the game. I wish I actually took the time to figure out how to download this game in 2023, except for doing whatever the hell I was doing back then. Even though I just recently got into it, I still think it's really enjoyable. Heck, I even spent €200 on an Azul figure, which I would show, but it hasn't arrived yet. But regardless, that's gotta say something about what I think about the game. And I'm gonna be honest, I suck at writing endings. I'm tired of writing, I'm tired of editing, and I'm tired of this. So, bye bye!